We have an institutional crisis in this nation today. And I believe the only way out of this crisis is what we're going to try and share with you in the next day and a half, and that's servant leadership. Everywhere we go, we find managers and people at all levels of the organization dying for something different. Dying for something different. So our hope today is that we inspire you and equip you over the next couple of days with things that you can take back and say, you know what, next week, when I get back in the office, I'm going to do something different.
If we don't get this now, I mean, you look at what's going on in the world today. A lot of people say, I want to wait till it's the right time. You know, check the news. Again, check your pulse. If you don't do this now, when do you do it?
Another takeaway today from the conference is realizing the need and the importance of doing training, servant leadership training, because often we don't, take it very seriously. We think it's, we cannot afford it, but on the contrary, we cannot afford not to do it.
Servant-led organizations make more money from a pre-tax standpoint of almost 10 points over and above the S&P 500. And what I like to tell them is, if you don't believe in what I'm telling you, then give me 15 or 20 minutes and I'll show you some numbers. And if you don't believe the numbers, then I can't help you. But you're going to see numbers that will blow your socks off. And I'm here to tell you that those numbers are generated through a different way of leadership in an organization.
The seminar, or the function of this, is really called Walking the Talk. And it really is about the IQ and the I do. Because it's one thing to talk about servant leadership as a theoretical model of how you lead organizations or how you serve organizations. And it's another thing when you talk about incarnation. How do you live it out individually? How do you live it out organizationally? How do you live it out personally? And how do you live it out professionally?
Employees, human beings, we want to know that we matter. And that's demonstrated through how someone listens to us and cares for us and understands us. And the servant leader does that. And as an employee, I will go the extra mile. I will work harder. I will be invested if I believe that you're invested in me. I will be invested in you as my leader if you are invested in my development and my well-being.
And when we put on our badge of leadership this morning, we took on the greatest responsibility we have in life, and that's other people. Because at the end of the day, life is about creating positive, lasting memories.
You see, as a leader, the greatest challenge I have ever had as a leader is me.
I think the conference was fantastic. I think the guest speakers were amazing, and it's a valuable place to spend your time.
It's been very eye-opening for me, and I'm just excited about what the future holds for us.
I've been totally inspired by the people that I've met and connected with in the conference, but also the passion of the speakers and the people that are actually running the conference.
What I love about Datron and what I love about Art is when they talk servant leadership, they live servant leadership. They flesh it out, which is to me everything. We teach what we know, but we reproduce what we are.
We want this not to be information, we want this to be designed for incarnation. So that whatever domains that you work in, whatever places you work in, whatever position that you have, you begin to say, I can be a cultural architect in my region, my section, my place, and I can make a difference in what I'm doing.
Once a leader truly recognizes that they are there to serve, what you're able to accomplish is endless.
I think what comes through to all of us is the incredible, mission and outreach and commitment from servant leadership. I mean, it's, and what I'm seeing is that once people hear it, hear the mission, hear the program, they get it. So you kind of turn a room of skeptics into believers who start thinking about what they could actually do in their organization.
I think it was Warren Buffett that said, Today, people are sitting under a tree because someone planted a seed many years ago. So today, we're going to plant a few seeds.
Today's the day. It is 10:37 on February 2nd. Mark it down, because it's today that you begin to make a difference in the world as a servant leader.